Welcome back to the Empowered Healer podcast with Songbird Grandmother. This is episode 6, and today we're going to talk about living in extraordinary times. So, I'm sure all of you listening to this podcast can identify with out of the ordinary. Everything right now that is happening is probably something that you have never seen in real life. You may have read about these things in history books, but now we are living in and through extraordinary times. The first thing to remember is, like we've talked about in previous episodes, is to stay in the center of the storm. All around is chaos. Chaos creates change. Where there is chaos, there is change. And if we go to the actual primordial concept of change, you will see that this is an ancient knowing. It's an ancient goddess. The void, the mystery, the great mystery, the darkness. And unfortunately, in these modern times, the darkness is something that most people fear. However, what the darkness truly is the feminine. It is the yin. It is the place where all seeds grow to germinate, to eventually come in and through the darkness to the light and grow to fruit, to harvest blessings. So when we talk about the times that we are living in and through, you have to remember fear versus love. A plant cannot grow in soil that is toxic, just like a human cannot grow and thrive in toxic soil. So you have to remember to really nurture your soil, your home, your place, your body, your being, your mind, your emotions, what you feed yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, psychologically, and above all else, the people that you surround yourself around. And this is why this year is so powerful. Because if you take the opportunity to really shed, release, let go, and use these powerful forces to catapult significant change in your life, by next year, February, March, you will begin to see a whole new beginning, radical change, not only personally, but collectively. So you have to really start in the here and now and see what it is that the universe is actually removing from your life. What is it actually telling you, signaling, and chaotically forcing out of your life? Because whatever this is the catapult to that new beginning. However, the biggest problem that I see with most people is the fear of the unknown, the fear of the great mystery, the fear of change. And that fear will keep you in a comfort zone, and it will be very hard to get out of that comfort zone. If you are ready willing and able, as an empowered healer, to truly let your light shine, to truly let go of the false definitions of who you are, what you do, why you came here, then what you will find on the other side of fear is the love, the warmth, the hope, the joy, the soul family, the community that you have always longed for. And maybe at this time, you're already starting to see those beginnings starting to sprout all around you. Your environment is changing. Perhaps you are moving. Perhaps you are letting go of partnership. Perhaps you're starting a new partnership. Everything can change in an instant. You can go from sad to happy. You can go from happy to sad. But everything can and will change in these times where the fierce winds are blowing. And it is up to you to decide if you're going to let these winds blow or if you're going to try to stop the wind. It's going to be almost impossible to stop some of these winds. You may be able to slow some of them down. You may be able to escalate and delay things, but be prepared that next year, whatever it is that you have been avoiding, whatever it is you have been sweeping under the rug, whatever it is that you have been procrastinating on, you won't be able to, because next year we are in a whole new beginning. And that doesn't mean that it's just going to happen overnight, but those changes start here and now. And I invite you to really go deep into what it is that you are being shown to let go of in this present moment. What is making you unhappy? What is a drag on your being? What is the thing, the person, the place, the job, the health, the love, whatever the situation is that is weighing on your soul? Because those are the things that if you truly let go and dare to dream anew, you will see things change. Things change fast if you use the power of chaos to truly let go. Chaos comes before order. Chaos comes before revelation. Chaos comes before change. Embrace chaos, and she will move you in ways that you dare not imagine. She will move you into the places and spaces that will sustain and harvest your future growth. And none of it will be easy, but it can be graceful. It can be beautiful. It can be sorrowful. And it can be part of your chapter, part of this chapter. And many of us are coming to a close of a chapter. And this closing is one that will make history books. On a spiritual level, you as the empowered healer are here to hold a frequency, a vibration. You have lived in and through times much more harrowing, much more catastrophic, and your vibration and your soul imprint, your soul energy, so to say, is what is anchoring the chaos. It is anchoring it in ways that you have no idea. And one of the things you have to remember is self-care, self-love, self-nurturing, and rest. This is when everything you have been learning, accumulating, re-remembering becomes necessary, not just, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's nice. No. Whatever it is that you have been cultivating, learning, absorbing, reading about, watching videos about, becomes necessary at this time. It has been preparing you for what you are here to share. If you've been doing energy healing, then this is the time to let go of whatever it is that stops you from sharing that energy healing or expanding your services or really tapping into that ancient power that you have that you can share. The next thing is to really put your time, money, and energy into your future. To no longer look at the day by day, the present moment, the now, but to really sit down and strategize and to plan out your future, to plan it with flexibility, but solid planning that is flexible and may have plan A, plan B, plan C, but includes what it is that you see for your life. If you're a young mother, what do you see as your child gets older? What are you planning for not only your life, but your children or child's life, your partner and you? What kind of life do you want to see manifest? Where do you see yourself and your family and the work that you're doing? What is your goal? What would make you happiest? These are the things to really sit down and anchor into your life, to not get caught up in the chaos, but instead use the chaos to plan, to strategize, to think, to make moves forward in your life. Because the thing is that the more people stuck in fear, the more the chaos will grow. The more people feeding fear, the more struggle and devastation there will be. There is reality. We cannot change many parts. And there is delusion. And every part of delusion we can destroy. Because whatever is delusional is coming from the mind, whereas whatever is reality is coming from what we are creating. And at any moment, reality can change. Your reality is not stagnant. It's not fixed. It is fluid and ever changing, depending on what you decide, the choices that you make, the behaviors, the attitude, the decisions are all connected to opportunity. Now, opportunity comes from the spirit world, and there are two parts of opportunity. One is the opportunities that you get in life that you take, that catapult your life into new and amazing destinations. And there are also opportunities that you miss, that you don't take, that disappear into an oblivion and perhaps are given to others who do take them, or perhaps they will come back around if they're really meant to be. But that's all part of your destiny, and it's part of your soul, it's part of your mind, it's part of being prepared. Opportunity doesn't just happen. Opportunity is created. But if you have a very strong force in mind and body and spirit, you may take opportunities and they will change your life. Or you can miss those opportunities. You can say things like, oh, well, next time, not knowing that there is no next time. Oh, well, I'll try again later. Oh, well, it wasn't meant to be. Those are missed opportunities. And like I said, sometimes they do come back around. Sometimes we never see those opportunities again. So we have to be prepared at any time for the big opportunities. And sometimes we take those small opportunities that lead to the big opportunities that change our lives. But what I really find is that many people have a lot of regrets at the end of their life because they didn't take the opportunities they were given. They didn't go on those dates. They didn't listen to their intuition. They didn't take that job when it was offered. They didn't move to that state or country when they had the opportunity. They didn't travel. And then they got old. They got sick. They got tired. They didn't have the money. Lots of things can change, especially as we age, and especially in these very life altering times that we're living in. We are living in the end of many cycles. And these cycles, as they end, they close doors, but they also open doors. But as they close doors, there is a grieving process. And we can't negate that grieving process to jump ahead to what we want or what we delude ourselves into believing will happen. But rather, we're in a precarious situation because as empowered healers, the job is to move your gift forward while holding the world on your shoulders, because you're part of an evolution, whether you know it or not. If you're listening to this podcast, you are one of the change makers here to create, to birth, to hold, to stabilize aeons of energies, vibrations. You are here to use your voice for good, for power, for the earth, for all sentient life. You are here to open the doors for the next generation, to preserve, to protect the sacred. You are here to love and to give and to hope and dream new worlds into existence. It is not by accident that you are here. It is not by coincidence. It is not by mistake. There are no mistakes in the divine. And as a human being here to empower and to heal, you are held with sacred responsibility. And sometimes that responsibility may feel overwhelming and heavy. However, remember, responsibility is the ability to respond. It's not the ability to fix. It's not the ability to reckon. It's not the ability to overwhelm. It is the ability to respond to whatever life is bringing and blowing into your existence. It is sacred, as are you. And if you're truly ready to go deeper into your spiritual journey and path, to open the doors of destiny, then I invite you to go to my website, to look at my offerings, and to book a session or ceremony and really change your life, to go deeper into the power of who you are and to birth your gifts into the world in new and powerful ways. This is a time where if you know you are a healer, it is time to truly step in and through your path. Some of you have been doing healing work for quite a while. Some of you are just emerging. But wherever you are on that journey, the spirit world is here for you. And you always must remember that you have to rely on the spirit world, not the human world. Because the spirit world will give you all the right directions. The human world will create lots of folly, lots of mistakes, and lots of pain and sorrow. Because you will not find the answers in the human world. You will find the answers in the spirit world. And the spirit world will bring to you the opportunities for you to flourish and manifest in the physical. And as we head into this next 52 years, it is the spirit world that we must go to first. It is the spirit world that will not only open the right doors, close the wrong doors, and lead you and your family in and through the doors to prosperity, love, joy, healing, and true soul purpose and mission. Or if you don't do it now, then when will you? Tomorrow is not guaranteed. In these very powerful times, we must be moving like fire, soaring like the birds in the sky, cooling with the gentle waters, and honoring our sacred Mother Earth. For those who do those things will find infinite blessings, spiritual protection, and acceleration on both the spiritual and material planes. Thank you so much for joining me today on this special podcast that I know will reach the right people at the right time. And I look forward to connecting again. Until we meet again, aho.